Campus 26 Sports and CCTV High School Hockey presentation is presented by Cadillac Casting Incorporated.
We're coming back, Jeff.
Okay, sorry about that. We were having some technical difficulties, and we are ready for our national anthem.
Please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem. All right, welcome everybody to Hockey Night in Cadillac. It's a Friday night. We got the Petoskey Northmen against the Cadillac Vikings. My name is Bill Dooley along with Jeff Castillo. And Jeff, I'm going to go over real quick because I don't think we got the starting lineups. We have Andrew Van Antwerp, number 4. We have Taylor Feddick, number 5. We have Eric Dallas, number 6. We also have number 18, Sam Wathen. Number 74, Danny Sisko, and the starting goalie for Petoskey is Taylor Troxel. And Jeff, do you remember starting?
Yeah, for Cadillac, we had number 6, Austin Pendrick on defense. Number 7, Justin Smith, also on defense. And also we had number 14, Derek Tonello.
Alex Leotard?
I think it was number 2, Alex Leotard, and maybe number 5, Hayden Watkins.
All right, we'll do the best we can on that. Our referees for tonight's game, we have referee Derek Graham and Brian Zatlokal, along with our linesman Jeremy Garrett. So that kind of catches you up on our referees tonight. Our coach for Petoskey is Brent Ward. The assistant coaches are Rob Higgins, Matt Kopke, and Jim Van Antwerp. And then the coaches for Cadillac, Jeff?
We've got head coach Scott Graham, assistant coach Les Sharp, assistant coach Mike Stebbins, and assistant coach Randy Boyke. And we also have Connor Swaffer in net for the Vikings. I'll make sure and mention him. And here we go with the drop of the puck.
Puck is played out to center on the stick of Justin Smith for the Vikings as they head from our right to the left, the north to the south end for the Vikings in their white home jerseys. Petoskey in their light blue away jerseys. And right over the line is Alan Shear. Shear with a pass that's knocked back to the point. Picking it up there is Hayden Watkins. Deflected into the corner. Watkins sends it in deep. Shear tries to center it. And coming out with it is Sam Wathen, number 18 for Petoskey. He'll dump it in and the Northmen will go for a change. Coming out with the puck now is Austin Pendrick. He loses it. Justin Smith battling there with number 17. That is Kyle Hebner for Petoskey. And the puck is flipped down the ice. Do we have an icing? Nope, they're going to wave it off.
Okay, they're going to play it.
Puck is played up the boards. Ian Munch cannot get to it. We've got Derek Hebner, the brother of Kyle Hebner, over the line with a wrister just wide of the net.
Yeah, it took a little funny bounce off that glass, which it typically does here at this arena.
You never know where it's going to go, especially hitting the stanchion. Puck is in the corner. Alex Leotard, good to see him back, Jeff. I think he was back last game for against TC Central.
Yep, he's had a couple games that he's been back since his injury right before Christmas there.
That puck is knocked down out of midair, and the Vikings will clear it out. Petoskey will put it right back in, and Petoskey will go for another change. We are just starting here, 15 and a half to go in the first period. No score between Cadillac and Petoskey. David Carpenter, number 16, one of the captains for Cadillac. Down the right side, check. That puck is offside, and Derek Graham will make the call.
Yeah, he got caught up just a little bit and on getting the puck on a delay, trying to get across, so they had a guy offside. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how Cadillac reacts tonight. Bill, they suffered a pretty tough loss on Wednesday. End up getting tied in the last second of the game and end up losing in overtime to TC Central. Tough Big North loss for the Vikes.
Puck is along the boards. Kept in there by Brendan Phillips. Phillips, there's a shot. Knocked down, juggled. It's still loose, and finally it's flipped into the corner. Troxel there had a little bit of trouble with it. Keeping it in at the point. That's Carter Fosmore, number 18. Jeff, we're going to have to remember that he's playing.
Yeah, that's right. He snuck in on us that one game.
Yeah. Puck is played up to center ice. Here's Mitch Fortin. He'll wrap it around the boards. Going after it is Fosmore for the Vikings. Picking it up. Turning with it is Jack Schmidtdeal. Up the boards to Kaspriak. Kept in momentarily by Petoskey. It'll come back out. That was Max Koch, number 9. Fanning on that play and then coming back with it. Trying to make a move. There was number 4. That's Van Antwerp. The Vikings, Carter Fosmore. Flips it out to center. Big hit right below us by Alan Shear. And the puck goes out of play. And it is 14-10 to go here in the first period. No score between Cadillac and Petoskey. These two teams met up in Petoskey right before Christmas, and Cadillac did not play a very good game, and Petoskey did, and it turned into a 5-2 game for the Northmen.
Yeah, they'd from what I've heard, they didn't bring their A game up there to Petoskey like you need to, so they've got a chance to redeem themselves tonight.
It's a tough place to play up in Petoskey. They have a great home record this year. They're struggling a little bit on the road. Picking it up is Tonello. There's a pass out to center. Dallas with it, turning. Gets it back out to Sam Wathen. He's back checked nicely there by Tonello. Knocked down number 6 for the Vikings, and he'll play it back to number 3, that's Gavin Foster. Now on the right side, Shear winds up with a shot, deflected wide. Shear goes right in, and that one is sticked aside and back to the point.
Almost looked like he tried to make a pass to himself off the boards instead of shooting it into the defender.
Oh, Shear put it through the crease. Pendrick dumps it in deep. Behind the net, Alan Shear with it. He had 2 goals the other night against TC Central. There's a pass that doesn't connect, and it'll go all the way down for an icing.
Okay, well, while we've got a second here, we'd like to take mention to our sponsors who are bringing you this game tonight. We have Napa, Pizza Plus, and Cadillac Tire. And a big thanks to our sponsors to help bring you the sports presentation. If you would like to be a sponsor for Winter High School sports, please contact our sales team at 231-577-1844 or email sales@mynews26.com. Bill.
Okay, Alex Leotard gets it back to the point to Justin Smith. Wrist shot, blocked down, but Smith gets it right back, chases it in, puts it in the corner to Alex Leotard. Smith tries to get out in front of the net. Vikings have Ian Muntrick there. Here's his backhand shot. Nice save by Troxel. And that was number 13 for the Vikings.
Yeah, he dished it over to Alex Leotard. Ian Lilly dished it over to Alex Leotard, and Leotard put a backhand up, and Troxel was there for the stop. Good opportunity for the Vikings.
Vikings have had the play in the Petoskey zone so far. We come out with Hayden Watkins along with Shear, Tonello, Smith, and Eller on defense. Brandon Eller, number 17, will put it in deep for Watkins. Watkins centers, almost made it through. Keeping it in at the line on a good play, and it finally comes out. Smith hits, what was that, number 7? That's Ethan Decker with it. Puck is played down by the blue line. Fortin over to Van Antwerp. Van Antwerp with the pass. Bounces over the stick. First one to it is Justin Smith. Following up was Fortin, but it went over his stick. And so back to get that one is going to be Max Koch, number 9. There's a delayed offside against the Vikings. Puck is bouncing at center ice. Tipped in by Mitch Fortin, number 11. Petoskey going to try and get a little bit of sustained pressure in that offensive zone. Vikings will break it out and then right back in. Kind of a scrambly play right now. Long pass by Carpenter. It's going to be a shot on goal. Alan Shear with some good hustle there, and so playing up the boards and to center ice to Carpenter. Carpenter loses it. Coming in here is Danny Sisko with the shot right into the bread basket, and Swaffer makes the save.
All right, I believe that was Petoskey's first shot on goal. Had a really good chance there, and Connor Swaffer made the stop. He played an outstanding game on Wednesday night. He just stood tall. He was the big reason that the Vikings were in that game and able to pull ahead later on in the game.
Do you remember if the shots were a little bit lopsided in that game, Jeff?
Oh, yeah. Traverse City Central carried the game for most of the game, but the Vikings really turned it on in the third period.
Yeah, talking to Coach Scott Graham, he was really proud of the effort that the Vikings put forth on Wednesday night. Battling right in front of the Viking bench, and then going behind the net is Jack Schmidt-Deal, taken away by Sisko. That puck comes right back, and a shot right in the pads, and he'll cover it. Sisko with another opportunity. He was one of our pregame guests. Danny Sisko is a junior and a captain. He is the only captain of the team. They have one captain.
So he is the captain.
The captain. In our player profiles tonight, our three people are going to be Alex Leotard, Zach Izzard, and Carter Fosmore. So stay tuned for the player profiles.
We'll sneak those in when we get an opportunity.
Van Antwerp for Petoskey will dump it in. Schmidt-Deal with the puck. He reverses it over to Pendrick. Pendrick up to Tonello. Tonello with a pass that didn't go anywhere but right to the Petoskey player. Up the boards, avoiding that check. And Van Antwerp will put this one high in off the backboards. Hustling after it is Derek Hebner. Hebner has it behind the net. He's checked, but he dishes it right back out. He's a big, strong kid for a freshman, Jeff.
Well, Austin Pendrick just found that out. Put him right on his butt.
Now Tonello going on the left side wide. Tries to pass it in front to Shear. Shear dumps it back in deep. Tonello will be the first one to get to it. Tonello centers, looking for Shear. He is double-teamed right there, and coming out with it are the Northmen. Dallas with a pass into the zone. This is Kyle Hebner, number 17. He centers it. Comes out. Ethan Decker puts it back to Fortin. Fortin with a shot that almost made it through. It hit the post on the short side. Centering attempt to Kyle Hebner and covering up is Swaffer. Good pressure there and a little extra activity there on the side of the net.
Yeah, so Petoskey just starting to get a little something going on in the offensive zone.
And you can see, looking at the brothers, number 17 Kyle Hebner and number 23 is Derek Hebner. They have accounted for over 50% of the goals scored by the Northmen this year. That's amazing. Two brothers.
Yeah, that is. That's a big responsibility for the Vikes to shut them down.
Puck comes to Ian Munch. Ian Munch, one of the captains for the Vikings. That one is right on the line. It's kept in. Hooked down there, no call. Puck will go up into the netting, so there'll be a face-off in the Viking zone, and that'll give us a chance to give our first shout-out to the game. It'll go to Jordan Adlam. Jordan is the fifth leading all-time scorer, 94 points. He played from 2013 to 2016. Jordan is studying economics at U of M. Congratulations to Jordan, and go blue. There's a shot wide of the net. Track down there. The Vikings tip it back to the line, but keeping it in. There's a quick shot by DeWitt, number 2. That's Bryce DeWitt. DeWitt plays it in. It bounces, and Mitch Fortin, number 11, taking a check there from Ian Lilly, and then coming up with the puck is Leotard, but a turnover. Vikings work hard and get it back. Crunched in along the board there was Alex Leotard. Ian Lilly takes his man with a good check. Munch collides. The stick goes flying right in front of the student
collision,
bench.
Yeah. Ian's still giving him the business over there.
Alex Leotard with the puck. He circles the net. Looking out, and then it's intercepted by Mitch Fortin. There's a 2-on-2 play. Fortin over the line. Sends it in. That one is deflected. It came right. Oh, I thought it came right out in front of the net.
Boy, it was close.
Munch will clear it out of the zone.
Those could easily go in if they come off that back glass and hit the goalie.
Taylor Fettig drops it back, keeping it in nicely as Dallas. Wide of the net. Chased in there by Trevor Reese, number 13. Sam Wathen plays it back to Dallas. Dallas, that shot never got through. So this time he'll dump it a little bit deeper. Taylor Fettig checks Gavin Foster. Foster looks like he's injured just a little bit, Jeff. Centering attempt knocked away by Connor Swaffer, and finally the Vikings will just flip it down the zone and go for a change.
Yeah, Gavin's going off for a change. He was kind of holding his arm down. Might be his shoulder. Have to keep an eye on that.
Oh, almost turnover there by Eller, and then he hits the lines with Jeremy Garrett. That doesn't feel good. Jeremy's a big boy, though. He'll absorb that and ask for more.
Part of the job.
That's right. Get paid the big bucks. Puck is taken at the blue line. Over to Austin Pendrick. Pendrick to Eller. Eller up the boards to big Zach Izzard. Izzard over the line. Number 9 with a wrist shot. Knocked down by Troxel. Zach gets to it first. Just kind of hacks away at it.
Their defenseman just held off. He says, no, I don't think I want a part of it. Zach. Well, probably a smart move.
Well, he probably is a good physics student, and he understands the laws of...
Yeah. It didn't take a lot of calculation to figure that one out.
Mass times what equals acceleration, Jeff? Remember that one? Here's a long pass up the side, off the stick of Hebner into the zone. Playing it there is Austin Pendrick. Alan Shear along the boards, and he'll get it past Van Antwerp. Max Koch passes it up to Hebner. Hebner takes a hit, goes down, and Austin Pendrick. Good pass now to Shear. He's got Tonello streaking down the left side, but a nice check there by Van Antwerp. Takes it away from him. Mitch Fortin causing a little bit of trouble there for the Vikings. Good check by Austin Pendrick on number 13, Trevor Reese. Boy, there's been hardly any whistles here, Jeff.
No, it's been flying by.
0-0 score here from the Wex. Bill Dooley and Jeff Castillo bringing you the action on a Friday night. Petoskey against Cadillac.
Not a lot of shots on goal yet either.
No.
Just been a few on each end. Couple good scoring opportunities.
That puck is just sitting right at the blue line, and it won't really move. Finally, it's cleared out. Smith over to Fosmore. Good forecheck by Wathen. And now Reese. Reese for the Northman. Over mid-ice. Cuts into the zone. Goes to his backhand. He's pushed over by Carter Fosmore. Good check there, and then another one for good measure. Smith up to Munch. Munch fighting for that puck. Ian Lilly has it. Now Munch trying to get a little space. That one will ricochet up into the screen, and we're going to get our player profile here.
All right, first player profile we have, number 2, Alex Leotard. Alex's parents are Ken and Kathy, with an older brother, Cam, a former Viking hockey player. Besides playing hockey, Alex plays varsity lacrosse. In his spare time, Alex likes to practice sports and hang out with friends. Alex's favorite athlete is LeBron James. After high school, Alex plans on attending college to pursue a business degree and hopefully start up his own business someday. Congratulations to Alex Leotard for being one of our player profiles of the game.
Yes, and it's good to have Alex back. He was injured for a little while for the Vikings, and they need his leadership on the team. Now coming back is Hebner, and he screams one a little bit high and wide of the net, taken by Alex Leotard.
Well, you can see why he's leading the team in goals with the way he shot that puck.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have much room there.
Got there in a hurry.
Petoskey will play it up the boards to Devin LaFon. Past him all the way down, so it'll be stopped off to the side for Fosmore. Fosmore plays up the boards towards Kaspriak. Taken away by Hebner. Good move by Derek Hebner. Then he reverses it out front. That was a smart play. Comes back to the point. Van Antwerp will keep it in to Hebner. Hebner dumps it in to the right side. Justin Smith for the Vikings. Smith has got up the boards, and it's a little bit too far, so it's taken by Reese.
Ooh, that was a
nice diving play there by Phillips to keep it in momentarily. There's a pass that goes off Jack Schmidt-Deal for the Vikings.
That was a dangerous pass that they got away with there.
Schmidt-Deal with the long shot, played easily there by Troxel, and then he will cover up. And
all right, a lot of action here, Bill. Back and forth, not a lot of whistles. 3:49 left to go in this first period. Again, we've got a 0-0 game so far. Just a couple scoring opportunities on each end, but it's been a lot of neutral zone play and scrapping it out in the offensive and defensive zone.
puck deflects into the corner. Trevor Reese for Petoskey gets it back to Fortin. Mitch Fortin. That's taken away. The Vikings, Phillips almost had a chance there, and it just went off the stick, but following up is Kaspriak. Centers it. Geiger, that shot never got through. A good block by Fortin. Good forecheck there by Phillips. Comes back to Carpenter. Carpenter to Kaspriak. Goes off his sticks. David Carpenter holding on to it. Puts it back out in front. It gets all the way through. Rebound to Kaspriak. Shot. Knocked wide.
It was a close one.
Puck is played out the blue line. There's a delayed offside. It goes all the way back to Carpenter. Petoskey desperately looking for a change with 3 minutes to go here in the first. No score. Bowling his way over the line is Alan Shear. Let's see if Hayden Watkins can get to it first. Petoskey clears the zone. Schmidt-Deal will put it right back in. Van Antwerp for Petoskey. Van Antwerp high down the middle of the rink. Gavin Foster back on the ice, so he's feeling better.
Yep, looks like he just had to shake it off. Might have got a little stinger.
That was Austin Pendrick. Right back in the zone to Gavin Foster. 2 forecheckers for Petoskey. Here comes Danny Sisko, number 74. He's got his man wrapped up. Taylor Fettig tried to get it away from him. And Alan Shear for the Vikings up the right side. He's got Van Antwerp to beat. He goes around his man. He's got Tonello's shot. Oh, what a save right there by Troxel.
Boy, nice play by Alan Shear.
He literally
good speed, and he muscled him out and had the awareness to get it over to Tonello. He got a good shot off. Nice save by Troxel.
Do you see the mismatch there between Van Antwerp and Shear?
Oh, yeah.
Alan Shear makes a move, walks in, and he is brought down. The arm goes up, and there will be a penalty. Let's see what it's going to call. A hooking call. Is that number 4, Van Antwerp? We'll have to wait and see. Looks
might have been Hebner.
Yeah, it's Derek Hebner. The freshman will go into the box for the first power play of the game. The Vikings have 1:36 to operate, Jeff.
All right. Well, I was just about to say it's been a penalty-free period so far, but and that changed in a blink of an eye.
So we have Ian Lilly, Ian Munch, Alex Leotard, and they're going to redo that face-off. So we've got the Ian Ion connection, along with Pendrick and Smith on the points.
Yeah, that was a hooking call.
Trying to clear the zone, but keeping it in is Justin Smith. Smith over to Pendrick. Quick pass there, and that was right on the stick of Fortin, so he'll bring it back over the line. Fortin tried to work his way in. The Vikings get a piece of it, and then following up there is Brendan Baker, number 12 for Petoskey. Coming out to center is Ian Lilly. Lilly gets past Koch. Played back up the boards. Leotard back to Justin Smith. Smith, wrist shot. That hit the hand of Fortin. He was kind of shaking his hand there for a second. Back to Justin Smith. Smith to Munch. Munch in the corner to Leotard. Leotard holding along the right side. The Vikings looking to set up that one golden shot. There's a play out in the front. And Petoskey will send it down, and there's 30 seconds to go in the power play. In the period.
They will begin the second period with a little bit of a power play.
That puck goes off the skate of Munch, and it'll go back to Petoskey, and Decker will play it back into the Viking zone. With 15 seconds to go here in the first period, the Vikings on the power play. It is 0-0 between the Vikings and the Northmen. Played in deep.
One
Tonello.
last little rush here.
Tonello takes it away out in front. Shot.
Oh,
And
boy,
a big
what a-
save, and there's no. The net is knocked off right at the buzzer. No goal, and it'll end a 0-0 score here in the first period. A good action right there, Jeff.
Yeah, huge save by Taylor Troxel. They had him parked right out front, and he came up big to keep this a 0-0 game.
Very evenly played first period. Only one penalty against Petoskey. The Vikings will come out with 24 seconds to go in the start of the second period. So the score at the end of one, the Cadillac Vikings 0, the Petoskey Northmen 0. Jeff and I will be back with the second period in just a moment.